Yes, good morning children. Let us continue the lesson all about birds. Yesterday we have seen the feathers, isn't it? How it helps them to fly and how many kinds of feathers are there, and the body shape also we have studied about that. Now actually they are living things, isn't it? Living things feel hungry. We have mouth. Even the birds are also having mouth. How do they eat? They do not have teeth to chew in their mouth. Mouth part means what? Today we will study about the mouth part. This is the first part we have seen about the feathers. There are three kinds of feathers that we have seen. That is flight feathers, down feathers and body feathers. Now today we will study about the beaks, means the front part, the mouth. How do they eat and what helps them to eat, and depending upon their eating habits the beaks are arranged, isn't it? So beaks of birds. Parrot. You have seen the many times the parrots. What does it eat? How it eat? It eats all the hard fruits, isn't it? It cracks the nuts also, and these beaks. What type of beak it is? It has parrot has a hooked or curved beak. Now you can see this is the curved or hooked beak. This is very sharp. Though the beak is very short, it is short, but it is curved and sharp. It can crack the nuts. It can crack the nuts and hard fruit, and it also helps it to climb. Once again, what type of beak the parrot has? A parrot has hooked or curved beak, and it helps them to crack the nuts and hard fruits, and it also helps it to climb. This is colorful parrot, green color parrot, and what is the color of this beak? Red color. Red color beak a parrot has, and this is how it helps. It helps to climb the tree, and this is called perching birds also. Later I will tell you about that. So parrot has hooked or curved beak, and it helps them to crack the nuts and hard fruits. It also helps it to climb. Then many birds are there. Now one more bird which comes under the carnivores, means they take the flesh of other animals. They catch the small animals they carry with them, and they tear the flesh and make into small pieces. Have you got the idea which bird I am talking about? It's the eagle. Eagle, hawks, owls, these are the, and vulture, kites, these are all carnivore birds. They have strong, sharp and hooked beaks. They have very strong, sharp and hooked beaks. So, and to tear the flesh and make it into small pieces. They do not have teeth inside them, inside the mouth, but see the beaks, how it is strong. The beaks are very strong. They can pull hook, this hook, it can be go inside the other animal's flesh, and it can tear. It can pull it and tear and make it into small pieces, isn't it? So eagles, vultures, kites, hawks, owls and all, they have this type of beak in their body, and it helps them to pull the flesh of other animals and crack it and make it into small pieces. This is the eagle's beak. How is the eagle's beak? Strong, sharp and hooked beaks. Hooked beaks. Now coming to the woodpecker. Woodpecker has sharp pointed beak. Might have seen many times the woodpecker making holes. Tuck, tuck, tuck. That sound will come whenever it is sitting on the bark and whenever it is sitting on the branch of a tree. So what they will do? They will make a hole. See how strong the beak of this woodpecker? It can make a hole in the bark. Why? Because it can pull the insects from the bark and can eat. It can make a hole in the bark also, in tree's bark. It can make. So a woodpecker has a strong pointed beak. It can make holes. Why? Means it can pull the insect or worms from the bark and eat. To eat that, it helps. This type of beak will have the woodpecker. It can make hole also by always pricking it. So woodpecker has a sharp pointed beak. It can make holes into bark to pull the insects and worms from the bark and eat. Now coming to the duck. It's very nice, beautiful bird which will be swimming in the water. A duck has a broad, flat beak. A duck has a broad, flat beak to dig the mud near the water, and it can eat the insects or worms from the water. So there are two holes on the beaks. Why these holes are there? Because it can scoop the muddy water, and whatever the insects and worms are there, it will be retained inside the beak. So this will help, this type of beak will help the duck to dig the mud and from the water and scoop it. Okay, what type of beak a duck has? A duck has a broad and flat beak. Broad, flat beak. Easily it can put it into water. There is water, and you might have seen many times the duck will be just putting its beak inside the water and again taking it out. Always it keeps its beak into the water and again taking out. Why? Because it can dig the mud. This beak can dig the mud, and little water, whatever the extra water is there, it can scoop through these holes, and whatever the worms are there, whatever the small insects are there, that will be retained inside the beak and eat it. Now coming to this type of bird, what it is? It's a kingfisher. Always you will find it near the beach, isn't it? Near the seashore and all. How? It has a long and pointed beak. A kingfisher has a long and pointed beak to catch the fish into their beaks. It can hold tightly the fish. Once it catches the fish, then the fish cannot fall from its beak. It so tightly it can hold the beak. How? The kingfisher's beak is very long and pointed beak. These are the different birds. They have different types of beaks they have, which help them to eat their food. Once again, now this is open your textbook. You can also see these figures, these diagrams in your textbook. the page number 211. Page number 211. I'll read out this for you. Just listen to me. A parrot has, now you can see the parrot's beak, which is red in color. Parrot, what the color of a parrot? The whole body is green in color. How it is? Hooked beak, curved or hooked beak. Let us now learn about how a bird eats. A bird has no teeth, it cannot chew its food. So, how does it eat? It has a beak which helps it to eat. The beak helps it to pick up the food, bite, crack or tear it into small pieces. It is suited to its food habits. Look at the beaks of these birds. A parrot has a hooked or curved beak. It helps it to crack nuts and hard fruits. It also helps it to climb. Eagles. Eagles, vulture, kites, owls and hawks have strong, sharp and hooked beaks. The beaks help them to tear the flesh into small pieces. Now you can see the sharp eyes of a eagle and how it is sharp, hooked beak, sharp and hooked beaks. Once the animal it catches, no, it will not fall down or anything. The flesh of other animals it eats it. Many times you might have seen in the TV which channel do you Animal Planet or Discovery Channel. Mostly you can see that all the birds they will be showing you. This is very good channel. So related to the lesson also sometimes we can see in this channel. Now see the woodpecker. Have you seen the woodpecker anytime? No, it's very rare that we can see. A woodpecker has a sharp pointed beak which helps it to make holes in the trunks of trees and pick up insects for its food. You can see the sharp pointed beak. A woodpecker has a sharp pointed beak which helps it to make holes in the trunks of trees and pick up insects for its food. Now, a duck has a broad and flat beak. It helps the bird to dig the mud near water to pick up insects and worms. You can see this two holes are there. You just observe whenever you get time or chance to see the bird. Please observe this bird's beak. Now second, a kingfisher. Can you see this kingfishers? How the color of this bird is blue color and you can see the sharp, pointed, long beak. A broad, long and pointed beak. A kingfisher has a broad, long and pointed beak. It helps the bird to catch and hold fish. A kingfisher has a broad, long and pointed beak. It helps the bird to catch and hold fish. I suggest you to see the Animal Planet. Mostly they will be showing you about the eagles. Means after the death of an animal, these eagles, they come and sit on the dead animals, and they will be pulling some flesh of the dead animals, and they will be making it to pieces. But parrots, it will crack the nuts. You can see how curved or hooked beaks, and very rare this bird we can see around us. But woodpecker has a sharp pointed beak. It can make holes into the tree bark, tree trunks to catch the insects and all. So now ducks also has a broad flat beak to take the mud, catch the insects. So in the these are the types of beaks this animals has. Or you read this lesson again and again, and whenever it happens to, if you see a bird, kindly observe the bird fully. The shape of the bird, body shape of the bird, the color of the bird, and the beak also, how it eats. In the next video, we'll study few more points about the birds.